This episode is dedicated to the alcoholics. Wait, no, we do not promote alcoholism in any way, shape, or form. Absolutely drink responsibly. And now we can start this episode like a normal person.
And YouTube.
What's going on, YouTube? What? That's not how it... Oh my goodness! First time
you threw me off with the whole like.
Oh yeah, no, I had to have a serious moment in there. Like I just
serious moment ruined my flow.
My bad. Do you mean it?
I appreciate the apology. Let's dive right in.
Let's have you go ahead, please introduce.
Welcome to Wally Sniff YouTube channel.
Welcome to our co-host, TheWhiskyWatch, today, and we're going to be talking about something that I've never really talked about in, let alone a YouTube video, but anywhere, because I don't really do flasks, as it were. But recently, I've had the opportunity to do flasks.
Or at least be more exposed to.
Yeah, I should be 100% clear and disclose everything as usual. It's what we try to do because I'm not paid by any of these brands or anything like that, but I have received free things. So this Macallan flask, I stole from a Macallan event. I did not get paid to do it.
Please don't tell Macallan.
They didn't send it to me. I just took it, which is whatever.
And again, responsible drinking is what we're about, and also not stealing.
Irresponsible theft. Right. Second, this I did actually receive from High Camp Flasks from a live stream that I was doing, and they popped in and then were like, here, do you want this? So this flask actually was not paid for. And then this, all the way on the left, is a Denver and Liley flask. I did pay $160 plus $25 shipping and handling to get that here to America. So with all the disclosure out of the way, let's talk about flasks. So traditionally, I've not known what a flask is because I'm not an alcoholic, but that's a much more traditional flask, right?
This is this is copied in different styles across the world. There's multiple different types. You could go to one of those special places in the mall and have a stainless steel one engraved with your initials or your family member's initials or something like that, and then give it as a gift.
Yeah.
It's good for... It fits your pocket a little bit better than, say, this guy or this guy. I mean
this one's got a
handy
purpose.
carabiner aside. But this is very much your normal, and it's classically been to keep some whiskey in.
Yeah, that's a typical flask, and I think people just do that, take an edge off or something. I don't know. I've seen a lot of weddings, so it's not an uncommon thing. I shoot weddings on the side. It's not an uncommon thing.
Dry weddings, it's a popular thing.
Dry weddings are not a good time. Yeah. That's a whole different issue, but not for here or there. So flasks, this is the classic traditional flask, and it's what everybody knows, but I think we're showing these other two here, and the whole reason we're having this conversation is because they've changed a lot. So this flask is huge. High Camp makes this, and it actually holds 750 milliliters of liquid.
And I think in order to, again, promote responsible drinking, they're not saying you need to drink all of this yourself. They provide handy-dandy
Correct.
cups.
So
cups?
I'll just talk about the features.
Yeah.
They're cups.
Yeah.
I'll talk about the features of this because, again, I wasn't paid to do this, and they sent me a free one, so I figured why not. There's a magnet located in the top here, and there's a magnet located in the bottom. So you can take these stainless cups, which have a different kind of metal, I'm assuming, inside of the bottoms. Because if you didn't know, stainless steel is non-austenitic, so it actually doesn't have any magnetic properties. Anyways, there's probably a piece of steel inside the cups that lets them stick to the magnets that are on the flask. So that's what's going on there, in case you've never seen anything like that. It is very interesting.
And you can kind of tell people it's just a thermos, really, anyway.
It does look like a thermos when you close it. It looks like a battery pack from a video game when you close it up.
Or like something a spy might use to hold something and...
Oh, yeah, to look like something else. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Secret messages.
Maybe the next Bond movie you'll see this. I don't know.
Yeah, but these are pretty legit. I think it was High Camp that claimed that you can't spill when you pour out of this. And they got a really interesting lip design, so when you do pour from it...
if we'd really been thinking ahead, we would have tested that.
Yeah, probably. No, I remember them saying that before, though. And I've poured and I've never spilled any from it. So
we have to test them. We have to make sure that what they're saying is the
truth.
It's
true. You're right. We should absolutely do that. So maybe we'll do another video in the future where we've tested it, take it out to the woods, do B-roll in the woods. And then this last flask... Oh, that'd be weird. Drinking whiskey while mowing the lawn sounds dangerous. Power tool plus whiskey equals you're going to have a bad time.
There's a lot of safety measures that are in place.
Are there?
On some of those. Yeah.
I hope so.
Open blade, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, that's a dangerous idea.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
And this last flask is just, so it does have a carabiner, and it does have a metal, stainless braided metal line that goes around the neck that keeps it so it keeps it on you. I always keep that thing on me. And then you have this leather right here that helps with the grommet. And then this one's interesting because all of that is actually built into the lid, which actually works as a cup so you can share. And then the flask itself is double-walled stainless that does the same kind of thing.
And the flask actually does a...
mash.
Is that what you put in there?
Yes, and it smells so good.
I'll say this, one great thing about this flask, this style, is when you think about cleaning out what was in there before, this...
Oh, that's impossible.
Difficult to clean.
Oh, I didn't even think about the cleaning aspect.
This,
bottle brush.
little easier. Yes, bottle brush. This...
Use your hand.
Use your hand. Use a sponge. Clean it out. And honestly, there's I forget how much exactly you can put in there. I think it's in the stamp. But
8 ounces max.
You could mix one of your famous Pappy cocktails.
Heck yeah!
Irritate everybody and drop it in this guy.
Yes, you just make a stinking highball out of Pappy 23, and then you just throw it in there.
Put it in the glass.
Oh my gosh, highballs now would be legit.
It would be. I think it would be.
That's like a good Macallan Reflection Old Fashioned. It's such a good time. Yeah.
So anyway, this.
Yeah.
So, let's move past him irritating every bourbon drinker out there. Or you can see that flasks are not just this old style.
Yeah, it's changed quite a bit now.
There is a lot of innovation going on.
There's more too. They have a 375 ml version now that's half the size. It comes with 1 cup. Again, it makes it easy to transport. It's portable. They built this so that you could take it out to the woods. They do a lot of lifestyle photos on their Instagram.
And one thing I really enjoy about... Well, you put a lot in there. One thing I really enjoy about these guys is that Denver and Liley, and you can watch another video that Sniff and I did earlier about Denver and Liley, but they put a lot of testing.
Absolutely.
Not saying that that High Camp did it, but Denver and Liley document a lot of the testing that they do with their product, and it's nice to see them actually trying to think about situations that you might have.
So it's funny. So
this.
He called me out of nowhere. Like Denver called me out of nowhere while he was in Texas, and like he was asking me about the metal braided wire that they have that surrounds the neck to hold this to things to keep it secure.
Right.
And we were talking about like what if it rusts if you're on like a boat marina or something and you want to take this out to the ocean? The salt water is going to eat it pretty quick. And he ended up settling on one that's stronger, one that's coated in a plastic to keep it from rusting, and one that does the same thing but just better. So again, it's kind of cool. They really do test these things out.
2 things I got from that is, again, they test the heck out of these things.
Heck yeah.
And while he's apparently so famous that he's getting consulted by all of these people for their products. So
that's not even
not worthy.
That's not famous.
Not worthy.
We made really, really good friends in San Francisco, and like every once in a while he'll just hit me up and ask me weird questions. But he knows I have like an engineering backset and mind. So like here's the problem. So this one, when they came up with this, even Denver and Liley had this issue. So I was wondering how they were going to fix the screw cap portion of this because you could have tons of issues. And what they did is they actually used a second type of metal inside of here and made a lip that actually has so that you're not using stainless on the outside,
right,
so that you can actually keep this secure so that it's not subject to all kinds of problems. But it's kind of nifty, just like the amount of work that goes into thinking about these little things, like knowing what types of metals do and don't get affected by magnets. These little things and how they add up to a really well engineered and designed product, and it's pretty cool. Why is this an engineering channel? Are we?
You took us.
What's
there.
happening? Anyways, back to the whiskey. Let's talk about how useful these are. This flask, tiny. I don't know what you'd carry that little whiskey for. You're not to share.
Drinking responsibly.
Right.
A small, responsible amount.
Sure.
Drinking with friends.
Absolutely. So for a camping trip, this is perfect because it holds an entire bottle of whiskey.
It's
750
for the entire
mils.
weekend. Maybe not.
It's more than a weekend.
Depending on how many friends.
Exactly.
But then again, you get this guy here. It's good for cocktails.
Yeah, this is the rugged traveler.
For whiskey. You could ding it up, like take it on a 4-wheeler through the desert.
Absolutely.
Do whatever you want to do.
And they did.
Throw it at a rattlesnake.
Can you?
I don't know.
I want to try that now, though. I want to see if the rattlesnake lives.
Denver, if you're watching this, can we see that, please? Let's see that test.
I want to see
this at a rattlesnake. You're down in Mexico now. They have like 5 varieties. Throw it at a rattlesnake and let us know how it goes.
If he posts that on Instagram, we're gonna do a second video where we just talk about just that.
Yes,
I'd be all about
and we could probably talk about it for an hour. Like, how did Denver find all 5 rattlesnake varieties in Mexico and throw it at each one of them? How did he do that?
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. That would be the best.
All right,
So-
Denver, there you go. Get on it, man.
Throw your flash challenge.
Throw your flask challenge.
So here we go.
That's a thing. Throw your flask
Yeah,
challenge.
throw your flask challenge.
Yeah.
Hashtag throw your flask. Yeah, so have you guys tried other flasks? I know there's a lot of other options that are out there now. They are innovating quite a bit and people are doing crazy things. But have you tried another type of flask? Have you tried these flasks? Let us know in the comments below.
Are you as concerned about the engineering parts as Wally might be?
Are you as concerned for the rattlesnakes as Steve might be?
Hey, it was a random tangent, and honestly, knowing those Denver and Lally guys, maybe they already did it.
Own it.
Yeah, maybe they already did it.
I bet it fits a snake. So anyways, like
Tangent.
comment, subscribe. Patreon, it's available. Steve, where can people find you?
I'm at TheWhiskyWatch on Instagram.
The Whiskey Watch on Instagram, and I'm Sniff of Scotch if you already know that. So yeah, so that's it. Today we're gonna that's it.
Find
So
the flask
remember,
that works for you. Drink responsibly.
Exactly, drink responsibly.
Watch out
That's
for
the
rattlesnakes.
lesson from this entire review of these flasks is drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
Responsibly.
That's a good question.
No, responsibly has bully in it, and nobody can have that nowadays. So it's just responsibly.
Okay, so now we're nerding out about the structure of words. The conjugate. No.